Greetings from the Tour de France. This is James Start with Frankie Andrea after stage 5 of this year's Tour de France that came to the edge of the Arenberg Forest, one of the hardest sections of cobbles in the history of bicycle racing, and we're standing on those cobbles in the rain.
In the rain. It's been raining all day. And so when the guys woke up this morning, I bet you they were so nervous. They were so upset. They were so afraid because they didn't know how this day was going to turn out with the rain and the cobbles. And sure enough, when you watch the cobbles, they had to ride on the bricks. They didn't have a choice because next to it, there was just covered with water. They couldn't ride to the side, so they were stuck on the top. We saw a lot of crashes, a lot of guys sliding out, and the biggest one going down, Chris Froome out of the Tour, and that's huge. And I'm disappointed because I think it affects the Tour. I think it's going to affect the excitement that we could have had between. I really want to see a Contador-Froome showdown.
At the same time, if you're going to win the Tour de France, you got to be able to do everything. And I'm really glad that they have cobblestones in the Tour. It's a very contentious point, I know, but I think, you know, a Tour de France is not just about time trials and mountains. So if you can't get through the cobbles, you can't get through the windy stages, you shouldn't be on the podium of the Tour de France.
I like mixing it up, you know, and of course Lars Boom is going to be happy that the cobbles are part of the Tour. He said the day wasn't kind of bad enough for him. He would have preferred more cobbles, and there were other guys that would have liked that. But overall, a fantastic race, and by far, I think the best ride is by Nibali and Fuglsang from Team Astana.
Amazing. Did anybody expect that?
No.
They thought we'd do well. I thought. I mean, he's a foxy rider. He's smart. He's a real bike racer's bike racer. But to come out almost winning the stage with, you know, I mean, amazing.
Yeah, a great ride. So he keeps the yellow jersey. Sagan keeps the green. Overall, a fantastic. Azevedo from Garmin crashed twice. First time he crashed, it wasn't so bad. The second time, he crashed really hard. He was actually like the last place guy to finish. So hopefully, he's all right. And then, you know, otherwise, TJ also had a crash, and so he's not a fan of the cobbles. TJ doesn't think the bricks should be part of the race. Talansky was super happy with the way things turned out, but Nibali now has a 2-minute lead on everybody. 2 minutes on everyone.
He's got what the top contenders in that 2 to 3 minute area are
well, you got Valverde, Talansky, you got
Vandenbroek,
and TJ. So all the top GC guys are close to Nibali, but Richie Porte, the new Sky, but they're all 2 minutes down. So, you know, what was going to happen before? I think Froome was going to have to ride defensive just to limit it to the time trial. Contador, Nibali, all these other guys were going to have to be very aggressive. I think we're going to still see the same thing. Nibali can just kind of ride and follow. The other guys are going to have to be really aggressive because if you got to take back 2 minutes on Nibali, it's not going to be easy.
Well, at least you got guys like Valverde and Contador who also know how to attack.
Yeah, and so tomorrow, 193 kilometers from Arras to Reims. Rennes.
But what's most interesting, I guess, is the sort of symbolism of this stage tomorrow, in that they're going through most of the Western Front, or Eastern Front, I forget, but most of the World War I battlefields. We were in the Flanders fields earlier today. We're going to be going through Verdun, which was the site of one of the absolute bloodiest battles, longest and bloodiest and costliest.
Well, 193 kilometers, and I think what's going to be interesting is a lot of guys are tired. They're wiped out from today. It's a great day for the stage hunters, and there's plenty of guys. There's already guys an hour down. So guys could take off up the road. It'd be interesting to see if the sprinter teams are going to try to take a rest day off to let the stage hunters go for it, or if it's going to come down to a sprint. And I couldn't tell you. I don't have a guess.
Already, you know, we're not even in 1 week into it, and tomorrow's stage is going to sort of be who's got what left after today.
Yeah.
So already the attrition is taking its toll, and we still have over 2 weeks of racing ahead of us. It's going to be a crazy Tour de France. From the Arenberg Forest, in the rain, with Frankie Andrea, this is James Start, for stage 5 of this year's Tour de France.